Hello friends, most welcome to my YouTube channel Maths by Samit Deshmukh. So today we are solving example number 16 from the miscellaneous exercise. In this example, we have to show that the combined equation of pair of lines passing through the origin making an angle alpha with the line x plus y is equal to 0 is given by x square plus 2 sec 2 alpha xy plus y square is equal to 0. So now try to understand the condition in the example. We have to find out combined equation of pair of line passing through the origin making how much angle alpha with this line. So our required line makes angle alpha with this line. Since in this case example is related with what? Angle between the lines. That's why we are using this formula to find out angle between two lines. What is that formula? m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. Applying this formula we are able to find out angle between two lines. Here angle between two lines is given to us and this is the angle made by our required line which passes through the origin and made with which line? X plus y is equal to 0. So here to apply this formula we will require slopes of the line. So let us denote the slope of required line by m1 and slope of this line by m2. And what is the angle between two lines? It's alpha. So here we are supposing that m1 be the slope of the line. So let m1 be the slope of line passing through, because our required line passing through what? Origin. Passing through origin and making how much angle? Alpha. And making angle alpha with which line? X plus y is equals to 0. Well, slope of our required line we have denoted by m1 and our required line makes how much angle? Alpha with this line. Let us denote the slope of this line by m2 and let m2 be the slope of line. Be the slope of line. Of which line? X plus y is equals to 0. So therefore m2 will be equals to, what is the formula to find out slope of the line? That is minus a by b. A means coefficient of x, that is 1, and b means coefficient of y, that is 1. So which is equal to minus 1. Value of m2 is also known to us. Therefore we can say that tan alpha, because already the angle between these two lines we have denoted by what? Alpha. So tan alpha will be equal to m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. Now remaining part is just to substitute the values. So m1 keep it as it is. We have got the value of m2. What is the value of m2? That is minus 1. In the denominator 1 plus m1 keep it as it is. Again replace m2 by its value minus 1. Just we are substituting the value of m2 is equal to what? Minus 1. So therefore tan alpha keep it as it is. So we on this side see what we will get? m1 minus into minus will become plus 1 divided by 1 minus 1 into m1 will be minus m1. Now we have got one equation in terms of what? M1. And what is m1? Is the slope of line passes through the origin. Means it is the slope of our required line. Is it clear? And our required line passes through what? Origin. And if line passes through origin, at that time its equation is in the form of y is equal to mx. But slope of this line we have denoted by what? M1. So which implies that m1 will be equal to what? Y by x. We are able to replace m1 by what? Y by x. So after replacing m1 by y by x and simplifying this equation, we should have to get this required result. Okay. So here first to eliminate this mod we are squaring both sides. So square on both sides. Let us see what we will get if we are squaring both sides. We get On this side we will get tan square alpha, and on this side m1 plus 1 whole bracket square divided by 1 minus m1 whole bracket square. Just simply we are squaring both sides. We know that in the mod either the value is positive or the value is negative. Value inside the mod is either positive or what, negative. If it is positive, till its square is positive. If it is negative, till its square is what, positive. So now this value is positive after squaring both sides, so that's why not necessary to give here mod. Now this term will get multiplied on this side. So on the left hand side what we'll get here, tan square alpha into 1 minus m1 whole bracket square, and on the right hand side what we'll get, m1 plus 1 whole bracket square. Just simply we are simplifying this expression. So now here this equation is in terms of what, m means what, slope. And if the equation is in terms of slope, at that time such equation is called as what, auxiliary equation. So first let us simplify it. To simplify, we are finding expansion of these two terms. So tan square alpha as it is, this term is in the form of a minus b whole bracket square, and we know that its expansion is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So we will get this expansion, and on this side we are finding expansion applying a plus b whole bracket square. So here its expansion will be a square plus 2ab plus b square, means square of 1 will be equal to 1. Now we are collecting the terms of here m1 square is there. So now we are collecting the terms of m1 square. How many terms of m1 square are there? 2 terms are there, isn't it? So we are collecting all these terms on this side. So first we are collecting the terms of m1 square. What is the coefficient of m1 square here? 1. And here coefficient of m1 square is what? Tan square alpha. Tan square alpha into m1 square is tan square alpha m1, and if we are taking m1 square common, so here its coefficient will be plus tan square alpha, and on this side it will become minus tan square alpha. Getting it? We are shifting these terms on this side, and parallelly we are collecting the terms of what? M1 square. Now we are trying to collect the terms of m1. So here one term of m1 appears, and here also one term of m1 appears. So from both the term we are able to take 2 m1 common. So here we are taking 2 m1 common from these two terms. So here coefficient will be 1, and here its coefficient of 2m1 is minus tan square. Minus into tan square is minus tan square, and on this side it will become what? Plus tan square alpha. Lastly, collect the constant term. What is the constant term here? Plus 1, and on this side 1 into tan square means plus tan square, and plus tan square on this side will become minus tan square alpha, which is the remaining term on this side will be equal to what? 0. In this way, we have converted this equation in terms of what? Quadratic equation in terms of m1. Since it is a quadratic equation in terms of slope, means we can say that it is auxiliary equation. And to convert this auxiliary equation in terms of what? xy, we have to use this value of m1, because m1 is the slope of line passing through the origin. That's why we can say that m1 will be equal to what? Y by x. Okay, but before that, let us simplify it so that we will get such type of term. What? sec2 alpha. So I am dividing both sides by, divide both sides by 1 minus tan square alpha we get. Let us see what we will get if we are dividing both sides by 1 minus tan square alpha. If we are dividing to first term 1 minus tan square alpha, 1 minus tan square alpha will get cancelled here. Remaining term is m1 square plus 2, keep it as it is. If I am dividing to second term by 1 minus tan square alpha, so here we will get 1 plus tan square alpha upon 1 minus tan square alpha. Keep this m1 as it is. And lastly, if we are dividing to this last term by 1 minus tan square alpha, these two terms will get cancelled, and here we will get 1, on this side 0, keep it as it is. Okay, now so here we are trying to find out value of this expression, and our required value is what? Sec 2 alpha. So let us check what is the value of this expression. So we have one formula double angle formula. What is that double angle formula? Cos 2 alpha will be equals to 1 minus tan square alpha upon 1 plus tan square alpha. These formulas we have seen in trigonometry in class 11th. So according to double angle formula, cos 2 alpha is 1 minus tan square alpha divided by 1 plus tan square alpha. If we are taking reciprocal of both sides, let us see what we will get. What is the reciprocal of cos 2 alpha? Will be equal to sec 2 alpha. If we are taking reciprocal of left hand side, so take the reciprocal of right hand side also. So on this side we will get 1 plus tan square alpha upon 1 minus tan square alpha. Means this value is nothing but value of what? Sec 2 alpha. Means here 1 plus tan square alpha upon 1 minus tan square alpha is the value of sec 2 alpha. So m1 square plus, now I am replacing this whole term by sec 2 alpha. Keep this m1 as it is plus 1 also as it is equal to 0. Now we are replacing m1 by its value by what? Y by x. So give here reason, since m1 is slope of line passing through origin, therefore m1 will be equal to, what is the value of m1 then? Y by x. What is m1? m1 is the slope of line passing through the origin. That's why we can say that m1 will be equal to what? Y by x. So replace m1 by y by x. So m1 square will become what? Y square upon x square plus 2 sec 2 alpha, keep it as it is, again replace m1 by what? Y by x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now I am multiplying both sides by x square. Let us see what we will get. If I am multiplying to first term by x square will get cancelled. Here remaining term is y square. Here 2 sec 2 alpha, keep it as it is. If I am multiplying by x square, 1x will get cancelled and here we will get xy. If I am multiplying by x square, so 1 into x square will be equal to x square. Since we are multiplying to left hand side by x square, so multiply to right hand side also by x square. 0 into x square will be equal to 0. Whenever we are writing the equation in standard form, so first we are writing the term of what? X square. So first write down the term of x square, then term of xy. That is 2 sec 2 alpha xy, and lastly write down the term of what? Y square, and check that we have got our required combined equation. So we have got same equation here. That's why we can say that this is the equation, combined equation of lines passing through the origin. Why lines passes through the origin? Because m1 is the slope of line passing through the origin and makes how much angle? Alpha with this line, and this equation is combined equation of such line which passes through the origin and makes angle alpha with the given line. So this is required combined equation. This is required combined equation. In this way we have got our required combined equation. Now see the example number 17. In this example we have to show that the line 3x plus 4y plus 5 is equal to 0 and the lines represented by this equation forms an equilateral triangle. So easily we can observe that this is homogeneous equation. After finding expansion of first bracket, here we will get three terms. X square, one term is of x square, one is xy, and another is what? Y square. And here also we will get the same three term after expanding it, x square, xy, and what? Y square. And collecting the terms of x square, then xy and y square, isn't it? We will get a homogeneous equation. So it represents what? Two lines passing through the origin. Means two lines represented by this equation, and this third line forms what? Equilateral triangle that we have to prove here. To it forms equilateral triangle means each angle of the triangle will be of what? 60 degree. So here we are supposing that these are the two lines which passes through the origin and forms an equilateral triangle with this line. Since it forms an equilateral triangle with this line, means it makes an angle of 60 degree with this line. Considering that this angle will be equal to 60 degree, means angle made by two lines passing through the origin makes angle of 60 degree, means forms which triangle? equilateral triangle with this line, because if two angles are of 60 means definitely third angle is also of what, 60 degree, because sum of three angles of a triangle is what, 180. So we are considering that the angle made by these lines is 60 degree with this line, means we are considering that the triangle is equilateral. By considering that this triangle is equilateral, let us check we will get this equation or not. If we will get this equation, its meaning is that line represented by this equation and this equation forms what, equilateral triangle. So here, since the angle is known to us, that's why we are able to apply this formula, tan theta is equals to mod of m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. This formula we have applied in the last example also. So here we are supposing that m1 be the slope of line which passes through the origin, makes an angle of 60 degree with this line, and slope of this second line we will denote it by what, m2. So here what we are supposing, let m1 be the slope of line passing through origin, and making angle, how much angle, 60 degree with the line, which line, 3x plus 4y plus 5u is equal to 0. Now slope of this line we are denoting by m2. So let m2 be the slope of line, of which line, 3x plus 4y plus 5u is equal to 0. So therefore m2 will be equal to, now we are finding slope of this line. So slope of line can be find out as what, minus a means what here, 3 upon b means what here, 4. Now slope of one line is m2, slope of first line is m1, and angle between these two lines is 60 degree. That's why we can say that therefore tan 60 degrees will be equal to, what is formula, m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. So tan 60 can be replaced by its value root 3. On this side m1 keep it as it is. Now we are substituting the value of m2, that is minus 3 by 4. Minus, keep it as it is, m2 I am replacing by minus 3 by 4. In the denominator 1 plus m1 as it is, again replace this m2 by its value minus 3 by 4. Now to replace this 4 from the denominator, I am multiplying to numerator and denominator by 4. Let us see what we will get here. So if we are multiplying to numerator by 4, so here we will get 4m1 minus into minus will become plus, and if I am multiplying to second term by 4 will get cancelled, here we will get 3. In the denominator if I am multiplying by 4, here we will get 4, and here plus into minus is minus, and if I am multiplying by 4 will get cancelled, and 3 into m1 will be equal to 3m1. Okay, now we are squaring both sides. So square on both sides. Let us see what we will get if we are squaring both sides. So on this side square of root 3 is 3, and on this side if we are squaring, so what we will get, 4m1 plus 3 upon 4 minus 3m1 whole bracket square. Mod will get eliminated if we are squaring both sides, isn't it? After squaring, whatever may be the value we are getting on this side is positive, and mod is also used to express the absolute value, means if the value is negative we are able to express its absolute value, means plus, but if we are squaring means till the result will be what, positive. So here we are replacing m1 by its value. What is m1? m1 is the slope of line passing through the origin. At that time we know that m1 will be equal to y by x. So since m1 is slope of line passing through origin, therefore we can say that m1 will be equal to what, y by x. So on this side 3, keep it as it is. So here 4 m1 I am replacing by what? Y by x, plus 3 as it is in the denominator, 4 as it is, minus 3 also as it is. Replace this m1 by its value, y by x whole bracket square also as it is. So 3 is equals to, now to eliminate this x from the denominator, we are multiplying to numerator and denominator by x. So let us see what we'll get if we are multiplying to first term in the numerator by x. So here x will get cancelled. What we'll get here? 4y. If I am multiplying here by x, here we will get 3x. Since we are multiplying to numerator by x, so we are multiplying to denominator also by x. Multiply here by x, here we will get 4x, and here we will get minus 3y whole bracket square. Keep it as it is. So on this side 3 as it is, so 4y plus 3x can be written as 3x plus 4y, and in the denominator 4x minus 3y. Keep it as it is. So this term is in the form of a upon b raised to power m, which can be written as a raised to power m upon b raised to power m. What is the value of m here? 2. Here we are just simply applying laws of exponent. So this term will get multiplied on this side. So on this side we will get 3 into 4x minus 3y whole bracket square is equal to 3x plus 4y whole bracket square. Now we have got the equation. Let us try to convert this equation in this form. So check that we have got the same term. Just simply take this plus term on this side. It will become minus. So therefore 3x plus 4y whole bracket square, keep it as it is. This plus term on this side will become minus 3 into 4x minus 3y whole bracket square is equal to 0. And this is the equation which is given in the example. And considering that the line passing through the origin makes an angle of 60 degree with this line, we have got this equation. Its meaning is that the line represented by this equation forms which triangle? Equilateral triangle with the given line. So let us denote it by equation number first, and we can say that hence lines represented by which equation? By equation first forms which triangle? Forms equilateral triangle with line. With which line? With the line 3x plus 4y, 3x plus 4y plus 5 is equals to 0. In this way we have got our required result. So this example is also very similar to the last example. In this case also we have to show that the lines represented by this homogeneous equation, means it represents two lines passing through the origin, and this third line forms what? An equilateral triangle. And in the second part we have to find out area and the perimeter of the triangle. So here also what we will do here, we will denote, or we will suppose that this angle will be equal to 60 degree. Means what we are supposing, that the line passing through the origin makes angle 60 degree with this line. Means in short we can say that this triangle is what? Equilateral triangle. Considering that this triangle is equilateral triangle, let us check whether we will get same equation or not. If we will get the same equation, means we can say that line represented by this equation and this line forms what? Equilateral triangle. So let us denote the slope of the line by m1 and slope of this line by what? M2. So if the slopes are known to us and angle is also known to us, we have a formula to find out angle between lines. So what is our supposition here? M1 be the slope of line passing through the origin making an angle of 60 degree with this line, and I am denoting the slope of this line by what? M2. So therefore M2 will be equal to, so then what value of M2 we will get here? Minus a by b, means 1 upon 1 will be equal to 1. So value of M2 is known to us. Now angle between these two lines having slope m1 and m2 is how much? 60 degree. So that's why we can say that tan 60 degree is equal to m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. Even we know that value of tan 60 is equal to root 3. On this side m1 keep it as it is, minus also as it is, replace m2 by minus 1. in the denominator 1 plus m1 as it is, replace m2 by minus 1. So which implies that on this side root 3, keep it as it is equals to minus into minus will become plus m1 plus 1, and in the denominator 1 as it is, m1 into minus 1 is minus m1. Now we are squaring both sides, so square on both sides. Let us see what we will get if we are squaring both sides. On the left hand side, what is square of root 3 is equal to 3. On the right hand side, in the numerator we will get m1 plus 1 whole bracket square, and in the denominator 1 minus m1 whole bracket square. Now this term will get multiplied on this side. So on this side we will get 3 into 1 minus m1 whole bracket square, and on the right hand side m1 plus 1 whole bracket square, keep it as it is. So its expansion will be equal to, here we are finding expansion applying which identity, a minus b whole bracket square. So a square minus 2ab plus b square means square of m1 is m1 square. On the right hand side its expansion is m1 square plus 2m1 plus 1. Now collect the terms of m1 square. How many terms of m1 square are there? 2 terms of m1 square are there. So take all these terms on this side. So 3 into m1 square is 3m1 square. 3m1 square minus m1 square will be equal to 2m1 square. Now collect the terms of m1. So 3 into minus 2 is minus 6m1 and plus 2 on this side will become minus 2. Minus 6 minus 2 is minus 8m1. Now collect the constant term. 3 into 1 is 3 and plus 1 on this side will become minus 1. 3 minus 1 will be equal to 2. On this side remaining term will be equal to 0. Now we can easily observe that all the terms in this equation are divisible by 2. If I am dividing both sides by 2, here we will get m1 square minus 4m1 plus 1 is equal to 0. Now we are replacing m1 by what? Y by x, because m1 is the slope of line passing through the origin. So since m1 is slope of line passing through origin, so therefore m1 will be equal to what? Y by x. So replace this m1 by y by x. So m1 square means y square upon x square minus 4, keep it as it is. Again I am replacing m1 by y by x plus 1 is equal to 0 as it is. Now simply multiply both sides by x square. If I am multiplying to first term by x square will get cancelled. Here will get y square minus 4. Multiply by x square, x and 1x will get cancelled. Here will get xy. Multiply by x square, here we will get x square. Multiply by x square to 0, we will get 0. This equation can be written as x square minus 4xy plus y square is equal to 0. Check that we have got the same equation. Means what we can conclude that the line represented by this equation forms which triangle? Equilateral triangle with that line. So let us denote this equation say by equation number first. So hence we can say that lines represented by equation first makes equilateral triangle or forms equilateral triangle with which line? X plus y is equal to root 6. In this way we have completed first part of this example. Now in the second part we have to find out area and what? Perimeter. So to find out area we will require what? Either side or height. We have two choices, either find out side and apply the formula to find out area of equilateral triangle. If side is known to us, then root 3 by 4 side square is the formula to find out area of equilateral triangle, and if height is known to us, at that time 1 by root 3 height square. This formula is applicable to find out what? Area of equilateral triangle. Here height of this equilateral triangle is nothing but distance of this origin from this line, because origin is one vertex of this equilateral triangle and a perpendicular drawn from vertex on its opposite side is nothing but height. Here we can observe that this height is nothing but what? Distance of the origin from this line, and we have a formula to find out distance of a line from the origin. Applying that formula, we are able to find out height of the equilateral triangle, and once the height is known to us, this formula is applicable to find out area of this equilateral triangle. So here we can say that height of triangle is distance of origin from line, which line? X plus y plus root 6 on this side will become minus root 6 is equal to 0. So therefore we can say that height is equals to, what is the formula to find out distance of one line? C means what? Minus root 6 upon under root a square plus b square. A means what? 1 square plus b square. B is also what? 1 here. 1 square plus 1 square. So which is equal to minus root 6 upon, in the denominator we are getting root 2. So here division of root 6 and root 2 is root 3, and mod of minus root 3 will be equals to what? Root 3. In this way we have got the height of this equilateral triangle. So therefore we can say that area of equilateral triangle is equals to, what is the formula to find out area of equilateral triangle? 1 by root 3 height square. So which is equal to 1 by root 3, keep it as it is. What is the value of height here? Root 3. So root 3, keep this square as it is. This root 3 and root 3 will get cancelled, so remaining part is root 3 square units. In this way we have got the area of the equilateral triangle. Now second part of this example is what? Find out the perimeter. Perimeter means what? Sum of 3 sides. So let us try to find out side of this equilateral triangle using this formula. So we have one formula that area of equilateral triangle is equals to root 3 by 4 side square. So on this side I am replacing area of equilateral triangle by its value. Just now we have got the area of equilateral triangle is equal to root 3. So here replace it by root 3. On this side root 3 by 4 as it is, and side square also as it is. So this root 3 and root 3 will get cancelled. 4 into 1 will become 4. 4 is equal to side square, implies that side is equals to, if you are taking square root on both sides, so what will get here? Square root of 4 will be equals to 2. In this way we have got side of the equilateral triangle. Once the side is known to us, easily we are able to find out perimeter. So therefore perimeter of triangle is equals to 3 into side. Why we are saying that 3 into side? Because all the sides of equilateral triangle are what? Equal, means side plus side will be equal. Keep it as it is. Side I am replacing by its value 2. So 3 into 2 will be equals to 6. 6 units will be the perimeter of this equilateral triangle. So in this way we have completed the 18th example. Remaining example we will discuss in the next video.